Six.
It's Spook Show. Jason Shepard back. Another Monday for the mind. Boils and ghouls. It's time to get your mind right. With Jason Shepard. All Spooktober long.
We've been here a long time.
Yep.
Hello, everybody. It's been a little bit.
It has, since we've been live.
Yeah,
So
we faked it a couple of weeks, but we're back for real
we're
this
back
time.
in action.
We're
It's
back
feeling-
in action.
And it's feeling very October-y outside.
Yes, we had the big release over the weekend. Exorcism of Jason Shep came out. Thank you to everybody who has been watching it and supporting it, digging it. We appreciate all the feedback.
Yeah.
But over the weekend, another movie also dropped on Scareplex called Lights Over Montgomery County. And
Sure.
we actually have a couple of people who popped up in that over the weekend. We got Jennifer and Marcel from J&M Explorations. How are you guys doing today?
What's up? We're
Hey.
doing great.
How are you?
How you guys doing?
Good.
We're good.
Yeah. Just vibing. Like I said, it's down here. It's what we only hit like 58 degrees today. It's feeling very October finally.
Mhm.
It's like hoodies. Yes.
Did we hit 60
sweater
today?
season.
No, we didn't hit 60 today, right?
No, it was we about the same.
About the same.
Right. That's what's up. It really gets me in the mood to throw on some more spooky movies and just
Exactly.
enjoy the month.
Exactly.
That's
So,
everything.
Yeah.
yeah, I know. I've been feeling that this October. I'm like, I do this so much throughout the year that it's losing its luster this month a little bit. Well, I think we should probably just start from the beginning. Tell us who you are, what you do, how you came to do it.
Take it away. You want to tell them?
Sure. So we started our J&M Explorations channel in about 2018,
2018.
April 2018.
Yep.
But excuse me.
Do you want me to talk?
Yeah, why don't you talk for the moment?
Yeah, we started out in
I
2000.
apologize.
He's getting over the sickness. So we started our channel in 2018 with primarily a focus on urban exploration. Along the way, he has a background in paranormal investigating over how many years?
God, 25.
25
30.
to 30 years of experience working in the paranormal investigating. So he's worked with some pretty big names. I can let him tell you a little bit more about that. But when we have been, as far as the two of us go, we started exploring in a little before 2018, probably maybe a year or so before. And then we just decided to start a channel because we just wanted it for ourselves. We wanted to like record memories that, all the adventures that we go on, we wanted it really for ourselves. And then, so along the way, we just like have gotten people who are like to come along with us, I guess. We have a pretty decent subscriber count. So we're very thankful to everybody who supports us, and we're just really appreciative. So we do urbex, paranormal investigating. We also do filming location videos, and we go to like historic locations. Did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
Basically just having fun, living life, and bringing along people who, some of the places we go to, people may not ever get a chance to see. Maybe they don't want to go into a creepy building, and we'll go right in there for you.
Maybe they physically can't.
Maybe they physically can't. That's a lot of, we also go to plane crash sites.
Gotcha.
Respectfully.
Right.
We would go there respectfully. We take long hikes. We've done a few of those. And so a lot of people can't really hike. I'm starting to get to that point. We get up to the summit and I'm like, oh, whose idea
Why are
was
we
this?
getting that?
How are we getting back down? But no, we have fun. We bring people along with us and we're very thankful.
That's pretty
So,
dope.
What sparked this love for adventure?
Middle age.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
So, and then once we met, because we've only been together how long now? 10, 11 years.
Yeah. Yes.
Something like that?
Yeah.
So we're not married, by the way.
We're not married. Everybody thinks we're married. We're not.
So, ladies, hello. No, just
Ladies.
kidding. Just kidding. So yeah, I've been doing it for quite a while, and of course, I got her hooked. I took her on one day, and she's like, "I like this. I want to keep doing this."
Yes.
And then later, we started the channel.
Yeah. Yep. So we go to some pretty cool places. I actually prefer the paranormal side.
I don't.
He prefers
I like the urbex.
dark tunnels.
Yep.
Oh, word.
But yep.
Would you say that's because you've been doing the paranormal thing for so long?
I think so. I think I know the paranormal world, and it's not a fun place. So
It is what you make of it, but
True.
it is very competitive, and
Yep.
people are kind of
People are mean.
They're not
people are mean.
nice in the
So.
paranormal world, and it's as we found out by doing, as I found out by doing, it's just absolutely not what you see on TV.
No.
Right? It's a lot of sitting and.
Yep.
But for me, I really enjoy it, especially when we capture something cool.
I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. I feel like TV is just really catching a little bit of that. So you can kind of see it, but let's just get to those parts that something happens, or we make it seem like something's about to happen. So we can hit a commercial break there real quick and come back and be like, it's just a cat in the building. It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah. Those videos are a little harder for us to produce and put out there for our viewers, just because they're very difficult to.
They take a long
They're
time.
very, very difficult to edit, and we spend a lot of. He's really the main editor. I sit there and offer opinion, but it's a lot of work, as you guys know.
Yeah.
And Chase knows that one. He's the one
Yes.
doing the editing things there. I get to offer the opinion. So I vibe with that.
It's fun though. It's fun to create. It's just like when you create, you're like, I really want people to watch, and so it's.
And we've actually traveled around a lot recently,
Mhm.
like the past couple of years. We didn't at first. There isn't a whole lot in Connecticut to explore, so we have to kind of branch out. New York's got a lot. Pennsylvania, out your way.
New Mexico. We went to New Mexico.
Yeah, went to New Mexico.
Oh, nice.
But partially also because COVID hit. So, but what we do was kind of, when COVID hit, it was kind of like, oh, this is what we kind of do. Like we could go safely into places and not worry about getting sick or getting other people sick. So.
And people were home because they couldn't go out, so they had to watch our stuff.
Yeah.
Right? They had to.
Watch it. Just kidding.
I'd imagine it is a lot of fun to continue exploring. That used to be one of my favorite things to do when I was a kid, is to just go explore and get into things. And what Shep was saying earlier, I think we both kind of, when we were younger, did that kind of stuff. Like me and my friends, we'd go to abandoned houses and warehouses and stuff like that all the time and just look around. And there's just something really fun and magical about going and checking these places out. So I'm sure to be able to just continue to do that is probably just a blast.
I love what he said. He said it's magical. It's really it's a place that's frozen in time.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing.
I mean, some of the first couple we've done, Letchworth Village, and Grossinger's.
Yeah.
I mean, think about what went on back in the day when these places were actually running.
Right.
Like places with deep, deep history, and when you can close your eyes and sort of picture what it looked like.
That's what intrigues me.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I can see that. I mean, that's the older I get, like when I go on little trips or see things like that, I feel the same way. And it's like it's when I was a kid, you're like, oh, come on, this place is old. I don't really want, but now it's like, yo, like how crazy would it have been to live like then and stuff? Or
Yeah.
even we saw my grandfather's really into like military stuff, so he took us to like the Air Force Museum, and I kept saying that to my son. I was like, "Yo, just think though, like look at this piddly plane by today's standards, and you're just getting shot by bullets up in there and stuff. Like that's wild."
Yeah, it's crazy. And we've been also able to tell the story of places. We also have, I write in what's called our adventure journal. And so we've been able to tell the story of a few places such as Elam.
Yeah.
It was a school in Maine that was basically
behavioral. Well, what about behavioral?
It was they would send kids there with behavioral issues, but it was a real kind of kidnap them in the middle of the night and send them against their will really to this place. And it was a really Lord of the Flies type location that was kind of run by the kids. Right. Primarily, we've talked to many survivors of this place. And so to be able to tell the story and to be able to promote this never happening in our day and age, that was one of our that
was a different explore for sure.
It was really special. So sometimes we are honored to do explores that really touch people.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'd never had heard of that place before either. So I'm going to have to check that one out.
Yeah, it's in Maine.
Good place to start is our video because we actually got permission from the director of the movie called The Last Stop. And he allowed us to use some of the footage in I think it's our first, it's like right when you start the show, start our video.
Yeah, it's
his footage comes on and it is mind blowing.
Oh, wow.
Right. And then we were able to go in and sort of explore.
You can watch that first couple minutes and know exactly how that place was.
Yep. Or you can just watch The Last Stop. Watch us too.
I think it's on Prime.
But The Last Stop is amazing. Yes. We were very honored to be able to tell that story.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So have you guys always been horror movie fans as well?
I have. I don't watch any other genre really. To be honest.
Yes.
She tries to get me to like, oh, can we watch this?
Can we watch
no.
Can we watch Steel Magnolias? No, I like horror just as much as you do, but I think
like comedy more, I think.
You don't even know because you don't even let me watch comedy ever. I like horror, but I'm not so much into like slasher as much as maybe you
Hey, did you see their intro?
I know.
Did you see their intro?
I got to get into it more. I really like subtle horror.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't like slasher because I grew up on Freddy and Michael and Reddy.
Yeah.
Slasher.
We all
love it. I'm just saying I truly can appreciate the more like the clown standing at the top of the stairs.
You're right. Yeah.
In Hell House, that like
more
subtle
atmospheric sort of horror.
Yes, I like it all. Mm-hmm.
I can vibe with that. I like that. I have to be in a mood, I feel like, to watch those. I can watch slashers all day, every day, and just enjoy it. If I have to really set the whole room, turn all the lights off and really get into it if I'm going to watch the atmospheric stuff.
Yeah.
The found footage, man, that just brought a new level to, I mean, I love the found footage just because you feel like you're right there with them. You know what I mean? You're with the camera and in the camera. It's kind of what we do anyways.
Yes. We've talked about doing our own.
Yeah.
We have a couple of concept ideas that we stay tuned.
Yeah.
We may.
That'd be really good.
It's been awesome meeting all of these people who have done all these found footage movies recently, because I've always been a big fan of the found footage genre, and to find that community of people who truly loves it has been refreshing, because usually that genre gets shit on all the time.
I know. But it's just that you said that key word was community. Right? Because you find people who have the same interest in you. You find people who get what you love. And so that's what's really magical about the social media, like, right? We can find our people.
Yeah. I think people just need to get by the fact that they're not, these Dylans and Josh and all those guys, these guys they're low budget. I mean, think about it. They have to think about that when they're watching. They're not going to get, Hell House or this or Blair Witch or anything, where they have a $500,000 budget.
Right.
So you got to take that into consideration.
Definitely.
Because they get judged a lot, and it's just not fair.
It's not right.
Yeah.
And it can be done on the lower budgets.
It can be, yeah.
Can I mention one? I know I can't really talk too much about it, but The Life of Belle that's coming out.
Oh,
I can't really talk too much about it, but we got a pre-screening of that one. You guys.
Holy crap. Good. One of the best I've ever seen. It's really good. And I think the budget was what, $200? Or $100?
It's very well done.
That's what's up. We vibe with that one a lot.
Yeah.
So we vibe with that one a lot. We definitely do low budget stuff ourselves.
Yes, but you're out there creating. That's what's the most important thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've loved everything. We've tried to go out there and do too, and all those guys you mentioned and stuff. I've got to see them all. I watched The Woodman, and whatnot, and I think it's. These guys are making masterpieces. To me, it's like, damn, I want all this. We got to see Ghost. Right. We checked out a lot of just awesome movies that otherwise, if this community we didn't get pulled into it, I would have probably never have come across. Maybe even in general, because I'm a very I look at like. It sprawls over from when I was a kid. I look at like covers or like art on stuff. That's why I think originally I watched Hell House when I seen it, because I was like, oh, this looks interesting just based off of the cover and stuff. And yep, we're gonna watch it. And so that's how a lot of how I went down.
Yeah. That's great. Whatever draws your attention and draws your eye. Yeah.
So Hell House. I'm assuming, were you just a fan, or did you have some sort of involvement in the film? Or
no, we don't have any involvement, but I wish we did.
We're just weirdos. What happened was we watched the movie. It had an impact on both of us. Like, I remember the first time I watched it, I was like, "What just happened?" So, like, really, it affected me. I hadn't been scared in a movie for a long time, and I was like, "Whoa, this is." Scary. Now we go to bed to it and we go to sleep to Hell House. But no, we found out that the location was a hop, skip, and a jump, like 3.5 hours away from us. And we were like, ooh, we have to go see it. And then we just got involved with Angela Moyer owns the Waldorf Estate of Fear. And it's like right now it's in Halloween mode. They have a full-on haunted attraction there, but they're just so great. Like, we've met so many people from the film. We had a chance to meet Stephen Cognetti, who is like one of our favorite people. He's just an amazing director, and just really when he talks to you, he's just so down to earth, and he's just great. And then so just sort of intertwining ourselves in with people who were involved, and to go to the filming location, and it looks just like it did in the movie, so it's super creepy. And it's and when we investigated paranormal investigation there, and we got evidence.
Yeah, we got some good stuff.
And we were
the only two in the place.
We don't like when we tell you we're both skeptics. So if we tell you we got evidence, we're like,
the best paranormal investigators are skeptics.
Yeah, it was cool. We had a really good experience.
I mean, it's very true. You got to go into it with skepticism and try to see it from every side you can to think of some sort of explanation. And then when you can't, you're like, I mean,
yeah,
paranormal.
It's like, I mean, or just what is it? Like, we can't necessarily explain everything, but it's interesting to us when we get something that you can't explain. It's like, okay, I can't explain this. Right. It's really cool. That's what I love about it.
To kind of tie a couple things together here, we were just having a conversation last night, my girlfriend and I, and her friends, about horror movies, and how we sat there and we watched that McCamey Manor documentary, and my skin was crawling. And I mean, it genuinely just got under my skin. I was like, this is terrifying. She loves the true crime stuff.
Yes.
And,
Yeah, we watch that all the time.
She watches true crime all the time, and I enjoy true crime. But I have like a limit. I'll watch a few and then I'm like, okay, I have to take a time out,
Yeah.
because this is just it feels like it sits on my soul
Mentally.
it's very dark, it's very real.
And very real. That's why.
Whereas, she doesn't watch horror movies, but I do, and it's like, well, all of that is fake. Like I know no matter how real it looks that it's just actors. It's just make believe, as dark as it may get. But we were also talking about, there are some people who want nothing to do with ghost stories and possession movies and stuff like that because of experiences that they've had. But they'll watch the slasher stuff all day long. And so it's kind of like you said, everybody does have their own thing. But
definitely.
I've had some weird stuff happen when I was a kid, but I don't think that's why I'm not really into the atmospheric type stuff. Like I said, I just feel like I really got to psych myself up for it and get into it. But my girlfriend likes those sorts of movies. I think she just likes everything horror, but I'm always wondering, let's watch this slasher one. I did see that there's a pretty good found footage one, Chase. I sent that to you. I was telling you about it the other day on
Project
Amazon
Eerie,
Prime.
I believe.
Yeah. And it just shows that found footage. It's coming, man. There's a lot of people making some pretty good shit these days.
Yeah. We've seen, I mean, what would you say are your tops? Because your faves, like Blair Witch.
Blair Witch,
obviously.
definitely. That was, I mean, they pretty much started it all. Cannibal Holocaust kind of started it all, but I didn't really like that one. But Blair Witch, I would say, I think Hell House is amazing.
Yeah. And some foreign directed movies are really, really very well done. So those are really good. You want a little bit of found footage and slasher mixed together? Watch what's the one filmed over at Letchworth? What's that one?
Sanatorium. Yeah, that's really good.
The end is nasty.
Nasty good.
No spoilers. Yeah, it's nasty good. You'll like it.
Nasty.
I think it was Paranormal Activity for me that really got me into it.
Good. The first two probably.
I'm a sucker for that whole franchise.
Really, really good.
Except for the fourth movie. I just try to pretend that one doesn't exist.
Oh my God, same with me.
I don't think
I don't think you've seen.
I think you've seen the first 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. The fourth movie to me was somebody realized what they could do with an Xbox in the dark and a video camera, and they're like, "That's a cool idea. Let's put that in a movie." And
that was too creepy for me. I don't know. That kid and oh God, yeah. Thanks for bringing that up.
But when I saw the original Paranormal Activity, it was at that time where I kind of missed out on Blair Witch Project being young. I had heard about it, and I'd have friends, older brothers and stuff who would try to tell you it's real and all that, and so that fear of Blair Witch was always there. But by the time I saw it, I knew the gimmick. But Paranormal Activity, I mean, I knew going into it that it was a movie, but I saw it. My uncle had like a burned copy of the DVD when it was still in theaters, and I went over there to watch it, and that only made it creepier. That it was just this disc with the Sharpie drawn Paranormal Activity on it, and it had the alternate ending in it. And so, once people started seeing this thing in theaters, and they're like, "Oh, the ending was so bad," I'm like, "What are you talking about? That movie scared the hell out of me." Like, I took off running home after that. I was like, "My gosh!" I love found footage of all budgets. I mean, it's something that does work on a shoestring, no budget level, but I love the big budget found footage stuff too. I know that's a little controversial with some found footage fans, but I don't mind it. I don't mind when they get a little creative with it as well, like a movie like Chronicle. I always thought that was interesting with the kids who had the superpowers.
Did you see that?
Chronicle. I haven't even heard of that one.
I don't think I've seen that one.
That's a good one.
Write it down.
Chronicle. I'll remember it.
It's always looking for.
It's in my horror. It's in my horror category in my head here.
Yeah, our horror and found footage movie watching gets a little interrupted this time of year because we're watching football and hockey as well.
Oh yeah,
go Bruins!
Sorry. I grew up a Blues fan, though.
Well, see, I just watched the Bears, and at this point in the season, we're just kind of out of it. So
Right, we have
There's
the
always
Patriots.
next
Don't
year.
feel bad.
Yeah, don't feel bad. It's all good.
So it's like I got to keep an eye on it for my fantasy football team, but other than that, I'm shifted over into October mode of what's spooky on TV. That's what I've been doing this season, pretty much. Is I've been just watching because I got YouTube TV, so I've been watching like AMC. Just what's on AMC tonight? Oh, Halloween 5. All right, looks like I'm watching Halloween 5. Right, let's do it. And
how is YouTube TV? Because we got away from cable about a couple months ago. We bought Hulu, which is good. Yeah. But I thought about YouTube TV. It looks pretty good.
Yeah,
it's not bad. I haven't had any problems with it. My internet ain't the best where I'm at, so it's kept up. And it was just like, like DVR. Like I got like Chucky the 3rd season set, so it just records the episodes when they're on TV and stuff for you, and I can just watch them at my convenience. Then
nice.
So it comes in handy, and I know. Now that I think they signed a deal with the NFL or something, so you can get like the 4-game box going.
Yeah.
4 games at once. I ain't done that really yet because, like I said, I just mainly focus on the Bears, and so it's pretty good though. And like I said, being able to watch these movies on TV, it just it's kind of nostalgic in a way because you're seeing it and then a commercial break, or especially like one of my favorite parts about watching them on TV is how they censor it. Mm-hmm. Like I'm always interested to hear, some line that I'm like, that's right, it's on TV.
Yeah, it's on TV. Wrecks it a little.
He says he's legitimately curious about the McCamey Manor documentary. Do they actually present it like it's an actual haunted house? Not in the traditional sense of a haunted house. I think we were talking before we went on air about it, and Shep said he's out at the park. He's not even getting in the van to go to this thing. But I mean, I kind of felt the same way. Like when I heard about it, it's an extreme haunted house where a guy in the documentary broke down the hierarchy of like there's the Boo house, haunts and stuff. It's like the most popular, accessible to all ages. And as you head down the list, it gets a little more immersive, a little more extreme. Yeah. At the bottom of that list is this Russ McCamey guy doing his McCamey Manor thing. And he basically just tortures these people. Like, I don't know what part of it is like, oh, that seems like a fun haunted house. And a lot of the people in the documentary were just saying, oh man, I love horror movies, and I always thought like, oh, I what if I was in a horror movie?
Right.
We thought that too, and we just started making movies. We didn't, call up some guy to torture us and pay. Well, I guess he doesn't take money. He takes dog food, but I think that's part of to keep his hands clean. But
like I said, from what I saw clips of like they put people in like a glass box on their head, and he just dump like bugs and spiders and cockroaches in there, and they'd be screaming, and he'd be like, ha, like all just antagonizing.
Fear factor. Yeah.
My understanding, no one's actually ever been inside Russ's haunted house. Well, there is no like haunted house. Like it's just a little like, I mean, they blindfold you, throw you in a van after you sign the thing, and yes, basically tortures them until they give up or leave. The catch is that they get $20,000 if they make it all the way through, and of course nobody ever does. So
I'm with Shep. No, thank you.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that,
I'm good.
20,000. I mean, that's one of those things where people are like, I'll do that for 20,000, and then they get put in that situation.
Then they do that, and they're like,
what's the safe word?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Exactly.
There was a scene though that I laughed, and I turned to my girlfriend and I was like, man, what a strange world we live in, where there was this whole part talking about how people that need this kind of extreme stuff in their life need a safe space to do it. And I was just like, it's just such an odd phrase. Like, good on them. Like, that's, beautiful to hear, but at the same time, such a strange thing to hear, where it's like these people who want to be tortured for therapeutic purposes, like, should have a safe space to be tortured if they want. It's like, sure. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, whatever smokes your.
Guess I can agree with that. If
people float your boat.
Yeah.
In a safe place, but is it safe? What does that do to your heart when you're like,
Right.
That's why
Well,
you have
that's
to
what's
clean
funny
it.
is
I know.
one of these other, like a few of the people being interviewed run extreme haunted houses themselves, but you're watching the footage of theirs and like they're yelling stuff at you and doing all this crazy stuff, but then they'll get in real close and be like, "Hey, are you okay? Do you want to keep going? Are you good?" And it's like the weirdest thing ever, but it's just like, okay.
I
Is that
vibe with
streaming
that.
somewhere?
What's
Who
that?
wants to watch it?
Is that streaming somewhere?
Yeah, the documentary's on Hulu.
Oh, it is.
called
We have
Lost in
Hulu.
Time.
Watch
Yeah.
it.
We got to check it out. I mean,
Oh,
Yeah, definitely. Thanks
It's
for
it's
that suggestion.
it's a pretty messed up place.
Yeah,
What's Randy
yeah.
You
saying
can't say
there?
the safe word if you're gagged. That's true.
No, you can't. There's a
Can
guy
you,
right
maybe
now.
you can do it in sign language or something. The safe word.
A rat
That's
pit or
crazy.
something. You can't show evidence of having a single rodent in the house. I don't know.
I don't know, Randy. I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one, bud, but like nobody paid, so I don't know what you could sue for because he could advertise
No.
whatever if you're not paying. I think essentially
Mm.
because you volunteer. Like I said,
that's
it's
for
like
signing, right?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
signing. your
it's like a
rights.
thick book too, and it takes a while to sign those. I bet.
Yeah. And
Well,
you said
who's going to read all that too? You know,
Right.
Like, you just sign it. And
you
it's
said
like,
he also films it, right? That's
Yes, he films everything and presumably keeps all the tapes, which is just weird.
we got to check it out.
I guess. Yeah.
It's something. It's really something.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is definitely something different.
Like I said, like as far as true crime stuff goes, like that one just really made my skin crawl because I'm like, here's a guy who, I can watch the Saw movies all day long, but like here's this guy who's like a real life psychopath,
Like
and it's just something
sadistic
about that.
and-
It's just so like, man, horror movie villains really are out there,
Yes. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, we watch a lot of true crime, and it's pretty
Oh
scary.
my God, we live on ID and A&E.
Oh yes,
Yeah. Mhm.
my mother
But like
falls
you said,
asleep
it
to ID
gets-
Network.
starts seeping into your head a little bit. Sometimes you're just like, I need a break from this. I can't.
I know. We look at each other sometimes like, oh my God, who would do that? And why?
Yeah, I just need a break for sure.
No, I can feel that sometimes. I get to watch it now. I live by myself here, so it's like I'll be up late at night watching those and hear a little noise and looking over at the door and stuff. I think I need to put on some cartoons now and go to
Yeah,
bed.
right.
Get my
Where's
mind off it.
SpongeBob when you need him?
Right.
Oh, right.
That's what I always say. That's why Disney Plus is there for after your horror movie binges. You always know where you can go and regroup.
Yep.
We get that with Hulu.
Little Mermaid. One of like little,
Yep. But it's funny because, like I was saying earlier, with people having different things that scare them and stuff. Like on the flip side, like my girlfriend hardly batted an eye at this McCamey Manor business, but we watched the first episode of John Carpenter's Suburban Screams on Peacock, and I thought it was going to be more true crime kind of stuff. And the first episode was about a bunch of people messing with a Ouija board, and this guy starts seeing the cousin of the girl he's dating. It's the name that's spelled out on the Ouija board, and he goes down this rabbit hole with it where he keeps seeing things and he keeps experiencing things. And she was like, my girlfriend was super wigged out by that. She was like, I don't like this at all. But by the end of it, he found this girl's body. Like the ghost had led him
Oh wow.
find her remains and give her peace to pass on and all this stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, I find this beautiful, whereas she's terrified by
Yeah.
it. And
Wow.
it's some people just have that flip flop depending on their experiences, I guess.
Exactly. That reminds me of the Blackwell ghost leading to the bodies and right?
Those are good. That's a good
That's another
found
one.
footage series.
Mhm.
If you haven't seen that one,
Blackwell Ghost.
the Blackwell Ghost.
It's not a slasher.
No, definitely not. It's more paranormal,
It's
but
not a slasher.
it's the guy's a one-man show pretty much. So, but it's really good.
So what got you started doing paranormal investigation?
I mean, nothing really happened. It just, I don't know. People were doing it and they started, this is way back, like when it first, like Ghost Hunters was like
Yeah.
the first starting up. And then somebody started a group or something and then asked me if I wanted to join. I'm like, yeah. So and then I just started liking it. You know, I don't know.
Were you doing like going into people's homes and that
yes,
type
that's
of
how
thing?
that's how it started.
Yeah,
Actually going in people's houses that were actually having, you know, issues supposedly.
And we don't actually do that. We go to like well-known locations. We'll go to like the places that are known to be haunted.
Yeah, Waverly Hills.
Yeah, we don't do
Ohio State Reformatory.
And just your
places
own
like
personal investigations.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that I don't know. I just started to love it. And then I started running events for a long time, and maybe that's where I fell out of loving it.
When it turned more into business, then so he would run events and like go to.
But I got to meet all cool people though.
He's met everybody.
I mean, literally everybody in the paranormal world. Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunter, all those guys.
Elvira. Oh wait, she's not. No, sorry, she's not a paranormal. But yeah, you've met everybody.
Everybody, you name it, I've met. Josh Gates.
That's what's up.
Whatever. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. Don't be hating.
I just watched a documentary on the Warrens the other day. About them.
Yep, their house is not too far from us.
Not too far from here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We actually visited their
gravesite
cemetery last year.
Yep. Yeah, the museums. When we drove by the museum, you can't really go in it unless you. I think they open it up every now and then. You got to pay some.
Do you like the Conjuring movies? Based on them guys?
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. They're not really slasher movies.
Yeah.
We investigated the Conjuring house a couple of times, so.
I like the main Conjuring movies. The spin-off stuff, not as much, but
right. Yeah.
I do enjoy
the house that we investigated was the one from the original.
Yeah, not the movie house. The house in the movie was in North Carolina or something.
Yeah, this is like where they actually.
Which is Rhode Island, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a cool place.
That place was.
That place has a vibe. As soon as you walk in the door.
I bet.
That's our most watched video.
Yeah, that's right. It is true.
People love The Conjuring.
Yeah.
They do, but I think it's it's stuff like that, because you had like Amityville Horror and stuff like that. So when I was back in the day, I kept telling my buddies, I was like, I don't know if it's really where they say it is in the movie. That house has to be somewhere, right? Because I think it is a house, like a real house or something. There you go.
Great. Here's the windows. Those famous windows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have
kind of a horror collection back there.
I saw that when you moved and Annabelle was back there. It freaked me out a little bit. I was like,
yeah, that's right. She's back. I know, she's looking at me.
I was like, just kidding. I enjoy all those movies.
Wait, where is he?
There.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, we have a collection of miniatures from horror movies. So you guys might be interested in that. That's we've got an extensive collection.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I noticed. I work at Spirit Halloween this season, and the good guy dolls do not last more than like a day. Once they get they'll get 2 in at a time, and people come right in and just swoop them right on up.
People are crazy for Halloween.
Yeah, really, it's the best holiday. I mean, come on.
Yes, I mean, like you said, Halloween is kind of every day for us, really. But you guys too. But people are crazy for Halloween. It's great.
Oh, they really are. It's insane. But I always liked it too as a kid. I really liked it when like somebody in their house tried to set up like some little kind of haunted house type thing that you had to kind of walk through a spot, and somebody is like sitting on the chair with the bowl and
yeah. And or reaching to grab your ankles when you walk by.
Yeah, something like that was always cool, and I feel like not the past couple of years has been good, but like before that, it's like it was dying out a little bit. Not a lot of people, they had their porch lights on or whatnot, but it really seems like this year I see a lot, at least in our area, a lot more houses like fully decorated to the max.
Yeah, it's made a comeback. I don't know if trick or treating has made the comeback since COVID. Like it's a little when I take my son out, and it's like kind of not like it used to be. It's a little quieter.
Yeah. I feel like it's so early too.
We don't see a lot of houses
Yeah.
decorated really. I mean,
Ours
other than the
is.
green. Other than the green, well, ours is.
Yeah, we have a nice decoration. Nice. Yep.
Well, I think
He likes
those.
to.
Well,
I was
around
gonna
here,
say.
those giant
ahead.
skeletons, I think they're the ones that took off. Like everybody.
Yeah,
keeps-
we do have some of those.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Yeah. I was gonna say he likes to dress up as Michael Myers and go stand out in our yard and freak the neighbors. And we live on like the main street, so you're gonna cause an accident.
There's people that'll come in to Spirit Halloween like that. There's a kid the other day. He came in dressed as Michael Myers, and it's just like, all right. They told him like, you can come in like that, but please don't try to like, scare people in here.
Yeah.
It's like just do your
I
job.
wanted to when we went to see the last movie. Remember?
He wanted to
I
dress
don't know if the
up at
cinema
the.
would allow me to.
Yeah,
but-
he probably. Who cares? What are you gonna do? Get kicked out? Just get kicked out.
True.
They might tell you to take the mask off.
Yeah.
If anything.
Yep.
You just
Or
slide
do
it
not
back on and
read.
go in there.
Yeah.
I feel like a movie like that, or Scream especially, if everybody went in dressed as Ghostface for Scream, I'd be like, they do it in the movie, man. The second one.
That same along those same lines, I'd also leave the theater because they did that in the movie. I'd be like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I can't trust everybody in here.
Yeah. No.
You liked Scream, right?
Yeah. I loved it.
I didn't really get it.
He was like.
I
To each
saw
his
it.
own.
I was
His own.
9 years old, and my mom took me to see it in theaters at 9 years old, so it scared the shit out of me.
I can imagine.
Yeah, that was like, I was just like, she went with it was my second stepdad, the second guy she married, or my first stepdad, I should say, the second guy she married. But they were dating at the time, and I really, I was a little kid, so I was like, I want to go to the movies too. I want to go, and they're like, all right, you go. Like, you can't leave. You're gonna sit and watch this movie because this is what we want to say. And I was like, all right, yeah, Drew Barrymore in the first part. I was like, oh, I made a mistake. This is terrifying.
Oh my God.
But I feel like that's where this love has come from since then. I feel like that was the one that after watching it was like, I want to watch like Nightmare on Elm Street and all all these classics and whatnot.
Right.
It's just a movie, like that was the one that really clicked for me. That was like, it's just a movie.
It's just a movie.
Yeah.
Although the one that got me sort of interested in the horror genre as a child was the Amityville Horror.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew it was a movie, but I also, read the book and knew it was like also a true story.
Yeah.
At the time, people thought, and so that movie scared the crap out of me. And that one sparked a lot of interest in me and for paranormal investigation as well.
The first Exorcist just scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Man, that movie was just intense.
Yeah, crazy. Old school.
That was one of my mom's favorites. So I still remember when we first got a DVD player, when we upgraded from the VCR to the DVD player, that was like, she got like Austin Powers and The Exorcist. And it was like, okay, hell of a choice.
That sounds like our house. Yeah.
I mean, I never saw The Exorcist, but I'm pretty sure I watched it with her, the whole family there for the first time, and I was like, "This is pretty cool." I like it's one of those. I haven't really liked any sequels or anything I watched on it, but that too much. They're good, but not like
but
not
not
like
like
the
the
first
first.
Yeah.
Do you guys find is there any horror movie that you like the sequel better than the original? If you can think.
Yes. A Quiet Place Part 2.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Leaps and bounds.
The first one was good.
I enjoyed the first one, but there's just something about it that didn't catch with me. But that second one, I think something about John Krasinski just stepping behind the camera and just staying behind the camera. I was like, oh wow, like he is a hell of a director, and I had no idea until that second movie. And I think I saw it 3 times in theaters.
Yeah, I got to see it.
An intense experience.
That's a really good example. Yeah, I can't really think.
I'm trying to think of where I like the second.
For me,
I
one.
like how you came up with that really quickly. That was
for
good.
me. It would be, and then this is because it's my favorite of the entire series, Evil Dead 2. I think.
Oh, I haven't seen Evil Dead 2 either.
And see, the first Evil Dead, I love.
I know, right?
And see, even Randy just said Evil
Yep,
Dead 2. And it's like the first one is great, you know, their accomplishments they did, you know, being in college and stuff, going out there and killing it. But I think the second one's really where they fell into the more slapstick, really going overboard with gore and practical effects. It really fell into what Evil Dead became.
Right.
Yeah, for me, definitely is like Evil Dead 2 that's like the only one really. I can't think of too many really that it's like that they really got it right in the sequel compared to the first one.
There's a few like slasher movies that like I'm not a fan of the original Friday the 13th, but I'll watch the others. I mean, I think they get more fun as they go, but I don't know if that's quite the same thing as thinking, oh, this is better than the first one.
Yeah, kind of like because you enjoyed it more so than the first one.
I think I only seen that first one too. What's wrong with me?
What is happening?
Do I not watch seconds? I only watched the first.
Here's why. I'm going to tell you why he hasn't seen, because he's very like, he likes what he likes. And so once he, right, you like what you like. And so once you find we watch a lot of things over and over and over.
Oh yeah, I do the same thing. I do the same thing.
Like, we'll try something new. That's all.
Works for me.
I'm going to watch
Evil Dead 2 I got now. Right? Quiet Place 2.
Neat. Yeah, we got a lot. Thank you, guys.
That dumb documentary.
We have a long list.
As far as found footage goes, have you seen Afflicted before?
I think so.
One of my
Yeah.
favorites.
That's a good
vampire flick. Yeah, that's a good one. That's one I feel like not a lot of people have seen, and that's one I always
I've seen
recommend.
that one. Man, I go through Tubi and I'm just looking, and like, okay, that looks good.
Yeah,
put it on for about 5 minutes. Maybe not.
A lot of times for me, it's acting, and I know it's really hard, and I know, but for me, sometimes I just can't with the acting. But you got to, it is what it is. You got to kind of expect it a little bit. Right. But
did you hear what I said earlier about budgeting?
Yes, I'm not saying no. I'm just
It can take you out of a movie.
See now, what's going to happen? Somebody's going to watch Lights of Montgomery County. They're going to see your acting, and they're going to go, no, I'm out. I am out.
I know, you're right. I laid it on a little thick, I think, in that. I laid it on a little thick.
Sometimes you got to.
That's true.
Yeah, it was fun.
We've only compromise on comedy and horror and watch What We Do in the Shadows. The original What We Do in the Shadows is a found footage movie, technically, mockumentary.
I haven't even heard of that one.
Yeah, mockumentaries are good. That's what The Fourth Kind. That's what I was going to say is one of my. I still stand.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Just because somebody showed me that they're like, "Yo, this is real." Like they show the real footage, and then like they got Mila Jovovich and stuff to do this recreation, and I was like,
it's an alien flick, right?
Yeah. And I was like, holy! Like, especially there's this part where the guy that the doctor's seeing or whatever, he just loses his mind and goes home, and it's like police cam footage of him in his house with his whole family. I was just like, dude, this is messed up. Like, nobody's investigating up in Alaska. We're not looking into this. And then years later, somebody's like, yeah, it's fake. It's a mockumentary. And I'm like, what? And they're like, a mockumentary. I'm like, that's mean.
Wow. What's the most disturbing thing you've ever seen where you're like, oh,
like movie wise?
Yeah, like what did you just were disturbed movie wise?
Oh, I know which one.
I know which one for me too. I didn't see the one. I don't think I saw the one.
I've had a few that are like kind of different levels of disturbing. Like there's the ones that like disturb me, but like they're such good movies, like something like Hereditary or Midsummer, like that disturbs me. But damn it, they're such good movies. Like I'd go back and rewatch those. But like there was one, I forget what it's called. I think it was maybe Excision or something like that. And I saw it at the theater. Like they were doing like random screenings of movies. And I stayed for like the little marathon. And when that movie came on, I was like, I gotta go. I was like, this is just, I couldn't handle it. It was just a little too messed up.
Oh man.
Or the movie Climax that came out, I think in 2018. That was an incredibly disturbing movie. I was like,
I don't know about being disturbed with movies. The last one that I really remember like scaring me when I was like in theaters watching it, as and I think I've said this before, Chase, has been way back when I was in high school. Me and the Amityville Horror remake they did with Ryan Reynolds in it.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
And I don't know if me and my friend, maybe we just, smoked too much on the way there or what. But I remember, at the time he was doing like Waiting, he was doing Van Wilder, all these funny movies.
Funny movies.
When he really gets in the thick of it and
he was in it. He was in it.
I was legitimate, like me and my buddy looked at each other. I was like, I'm fucking terrified right now.
He was downright frightening.
He's a badass.
Yeah, so that one, and then I don't know if it's really considered horror. I think I've seen like the horror people talking about this movie, but the last one that I was like, I can't watch this anymore was Enter the Void is what it was called. Yeah, and it's like it's shot to be in like a first person view. So like you're the view of the main character. And he's like, it's like starts off and it's like in Japan or somewhere, Tokyo or something like that. So all these crazy lights and stuff going on, and he's doing a drug deal and gets shot by the police. And it's like supposed to be him like dying and like seeing like bits and pieces of light. And it became too much with all these colors and stuff. I'm like, I'm tripping out. I can't watch this one.
You know which one for me, right?
I know which one for you. Yeah, the Centipede movie.
Oh, I just skipped out on those altogether.
Yeah, what a disturbing! It's so disturbing. You have to keep watching just to see what's going to happen.
I can't.
God, why did I leave it on?
No, I can't with that one. No.
Then they made 2 more.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people like that weird stuff. Yes. They're the same people that go to the crazy haunted house.
I never watched that movie, but like a year ago or something, I got a strike on Facebook because of when that movie came out. I shared a meme that was the people all, it's in centipede form, and then it's for a Reese's cup ad, and it says there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's, and it like gave me a strike from that, and I'm like, that was like 10 years ago, man.
Facebook jail.
Yeah, they're like, don't be posting stuff like that. I'm like, I didn't know the human centipede was off limits here.
Dang.
So yeah, that's what it's for me. How about you?
For me, it was because I'm a mom, so Megan is missing. I have a hard time with that.
Oh my God, that's a good movie though.
I've heard that's good. That's another one.
I had a really hard time with that movie.
Because it can be true. You know what I mean?
100% scary.
I mean, that's our world today. Yeah. Unfortunately, so
no, there are a few movies that like I definitely am entering that age of like I'm good on certain things. Like I don't need to see certain disturbing things anymore. If I missed it, I missed it. But there's this one movie called Inside, where it's like a home invasion movie, where it's just this pregnant woman home alone, and this woman breaks in trying to get her baby, and I hear it's intense. I mean,
I've heard about that.
Yeah. And of course, there's still that part of me that's like, watch it. And I'm just,
I know,
right? It's probably good too.
I've heard really good things, but at the same time, I don't know if I can handle that level of intensity anymore.
Yeah.
I know, right? As we get older, but.
That's how it is. That's when, especially like, you're up late, you're just watching it, at home alone, and you start at my age now, you start thinking, well, I know I live in a really small town, but I mean, it could happen,
Yeah.
But I like that because, for a while there, scary movies, I loved watching them, but they didn't like scare me. I really want to get scared like I did as a kid when I watch a movie. Like I still remember, tipping the chair over backwards on Nightmare on Elm Street when Freddy would pop out or something, and be, and it's like, I need that back in my life.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Those are classics though. I mean, they'll always be classics.
Did you guys see My Soul to Take? It's a Wes Craven.
Yes.
Did you see that one? We did a filming locations for that one. We were able to go to the high school that was used in the movie was where I went to my senior year of high school. Oh, nice. So it was because I'm from where you guys are from, but I came out here when I was a senior. So we were able to do the filming locations for that one too. That was a lot of fun. I think that movie's a little underrated.
It is underrated.
Yeah, people don't really watch it.
I haven't seen that one pretty much since it came out in 2010, 2011, something like that.
Yeah, years ago. Yeah. That's a good one though. I like it.
It was his last one, wasn't it? I think.
I think
so. I think it was.
I think it was his last one. Yep. we were able to obtain some raw footage of the ambulance scene where the ambulance crashes. Like somebody sent us some like real footage, and it's pretty cool. Like backseat.
Yeah, one of the local kids had it on his phone, you know.
Yeah, that was pretty
He sent
cool.
us the stuff, which was cool.
Yeah, so
you could even hear Wes directing and everything. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was cool. You could see them walking around. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is dope. That would be really fun just to watch that, something like that. See, you know, he's one of the legends there. Get to see how he's doing it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, I mean, we're big found footage fans ourselves. We've only dabbled in it one time. We've only done one found footage project so far. We'd like to do more in the future. And if you guys do, we'll definitely be keeping an eye out. I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
You never know.
We like it.
We have a good concept. I think we have a good concept.
Yeah.
And we got some advice from our friend, director, writer, producer, Stephen Cognetti, who says, you're going to write and you're going to say, this is a bunch of crap.
This sucks.
But just keep doing it and keep on writing until you are happy with what you have. And so that's really great advice, to just get the concept, and it's not going to be perfect the first time, and just keep on working on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not like we don't know how to film. I mean, we do it all
You
the time
know how
anyways.
to film.
So
You are the filmer.
following the
I am
editing
the-
anyways, as you know.
It is. There's a lot that you do. You know, we can stand by it that you shoot, and you're like, I don't know if that's really going to look good when it gets down to it. But then when it does, it does,
Yep.
and you're like, wow, that looks great. Like that's exactly what we wanted. All
Yeah.
right.
I go through that process like in cycles. I'll do it as a writer, and then I'll do it as a director, then I'll do it as an editor, and until it's finally out, and then I can just be like, all right, it is what it is. Pencils
That's
down.
so cool. I'm so happy that you guys get a chance to do that. Like, I kind of feel a little envious.
Well, it's
just-
just one of those
you
things.
know,
We
you
just
have to
started
make
doing
the
it.
time, right? I always say that I don't have time, but you just have to make the time.
Yeah. I just told somebody recently that the best thing to do is to just start doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
for so long, I wasn't, because I just didn't have the help or anything like that. But the year I finally got my own computer, I think that was probably 2019, 2020. From then on out, that's when you see on the YouTube page, just everything started going up, and I can't stop ever since.
Yeah.
I wish I could sometimes.
Yeah. Who's your biggest inspiration? The two of you. Who do you guys draw inspiration from?
I think collectively, the
Mhm.
whole Chase and Shep thing, probably safe to say Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell and all of them,
Mm-hmm.
Evil Dead. Who else would you say? Shaun of the Dead, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's lots of, you have Kevin Smith being a huge
Right.
inspiration
Yes.
and whatnot. There's a lot of weird movies and whatnot that kind of pulled us
It's
into
true.
wanting to do
Yeah.
this.
Ooh, I have
But-
something to say.
Are you raising your hand?
I'm so sorry because
Yes, you.
I'm interrupting him. Because I just thought of two that I like better than one. But it's not horror. It's Clerks 2. I love Clerks 2 so much better than Clerks 1. But anyway, that's just me.
Clerks? What is
Clerks.
that?
Just, you don't know.
Clerks 2 is still my favorite, but Clerks 3 now has a very special place in my heart. Because I don't know if you've seen Clerks 3 yet,
Yeah.
but last year when it came out, had somebody told me at some point in my life that the first movie that would make me like break down sobbing in a movie theater would be Clerks 3, I would have laughed in their face. I would have been like, there's no way.
What?
And here I am watching Clerks 3 sobbing in a movie theater. Like this, oh my gosh, this is some heavy shit. And
It is
then
good.
I actually got to meet Kevin Smith on the convenience tour that he did with Clerks
Mhm.
3 last October, and he's such a down-to-earth guy. And so now Clerks 3 just has a very special place in my heart.
We'll have to get you to watch it.
What kind of movie is it?
It's comedy.
No. Thank you.
Probably a fair assessment, right?
Right? Comedy. It's comedy.
Oh,
Right.
absolutely.
The
Yeah.
third one, I'd say it's comedy. There's a little bit of drama. There's a lot of emotion behind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll get you to watch it.
What's it about? Quick.
Clerks. It's about Clerks.
Clerks. Okay.
I'll explain it to him later. But go ahead. I kind of interrupted you. I'm sorry.
No, I think I think Randy said it here. A cross between Kevin Smith and Sam Raimi. That's Chasing Shep, and
Oh,
it's probably a fairly
yeah.
simple way to.
Yeah, we like
wrap
to
it up.
lighten the mood with some humor, but we also, we're both big fans of practical effects. We
Yes.
want to
Mhm.
figure out,
Yeah.
here's what we want to do. How are we going to do this? I don't know, but we're going to figure out a way,
Mhm.
And
For me, it's definitely James Wan. I love that guy.
Oh yes.
Love that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, he does make a lot of more of the bigger movies, but still,
He's on even when he makes something that feels like a studio,
Yeah,
cash-in movie.
Yep.
It's still just like he comes at everything with something fresh. Like to think
Yep.
that this is the same guy that made Saw. I feel like that gets
I
lost.
know,
in
right?
time. That he created that, and then so many other franchises that are like
Yeah.
modern day classic franchises. He's responsible for.
He's amazing.
I loved his last one, *Malignant*.
That was
It was
good. Yeah,
wacky,
that was
but
really good.
I enjoyed that one.
he's
Even
made
Aquaman.
cool.
Even Aquaman.
Yeah. Even
Yeah.
that.
Actually, I just saw today some exciting James Wan news. I grew up watching Gargoyles on Disney, and James Wan is making a live-action Gargoyles show.
Oh,
and I was
wow.
like,
Oh wow,
"You've
really?
got my attention." All right.
Yeah,
Love
I'm in.
James Wan.
Count me in. If he's got his name on it, I'll watch it.
Mm-hmm. Stamp of approval.
Yep.
I vibe with that. He's always solid. You know what I mean? He's always solid.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like we all have quite a few movies to go watch after
Yeah.
I
this.
know.
I know.
I've
That's
written a
good.
few
So
down
many great
myself.
ideas.
That's good. I
You
can't
got some
wait.
Great ideas. Thank
So,
you guys.
As we wrap up, it's been a while since we've done a One Time for the Mind. Just some closing thoughts to end the show with. I never want to go first. Shep, why don't you go first?
I don't know, man. Like I said, go out and enjoy it. We're out, where we're at. It's finally feeling October outside. I got the heat on right now in my house. I just turned it on. I broke down and turned it on tonight. For the first time.
Yes.
It's been nice, but besides that, but like my one time is like I want to go do something fall. I want to either go to not McKinley Manor or whatever, but I want to go to some sort of haunted house. And I was looking at a little Halloween festival thing today, so I'm trying to get something like that. Really.
Yeah. Get into the
Anything
season.
Halloween, anything.
Yes. Carve a pumpkin.
Yeah.
I need to do that. I already bought one like a month ago and it's already rotten, so I need to
Oh,
get
man. That's great.
I guess I'll go next. I say go out there and do it. Whatever you want to do. If you want to go explore, go explore. If you want to make movies, make movies.
Yep.
That's the best way to do what you love, is to just do it.
If it makes you happy, that's all that matters.
And it's even better when you can bring people along and, through this, we all have this wonderful platforms that we can use and we can really bring people along with us. And it's so great.
And
Love
what's
it.
our motto? Which we found
Well,
on an Explore.
My son is in the other room, so I have to do the clean version. Do whatever makes you feel alive. Right?
I
Clean. What's the bad version?
Well, I think they can figure it out.
I mean, he's 13. You can say.
Yeah.
Wait, we just can't swear.
You can definitely swear on
Can you
this.
swear? Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
You say it.
No, you say. We want to hear you say it.
All right. I can't. He's right there. I can't swear in front of my son. I can't.
Do whatever the fuck makes you feel alive.
There we go. Yeah.
We've seen it written.
He heard it.
He heard it. Yeah.
He heard it.
We saw it was written
That
on the
was
wall.
Marcel, not me.
That was me.
Have a potty mouth.
Yeah. Okay.
I always for the kids, I always fall back. I was in the Navy for a little bit, so I'm like, hey, the saying is curse like a sailor. I was a sailor, so
There you go. Yeah. He's in the Civil Air Patrol, so he's on the path. He wants to go into the Air Force. So
that's what's up. What's up?
He'll be swearing.
He'll be swearing. He really does
Absolutely.
swear.
You said he's 13. He probably already is.
Yes. Right.
Well, my kid's 4 months and I can't stop cussing. That's true. We are terrible.
You don't understand yet. That's his
We like
first
to
word.
think, yeah, at this rate, it might be. We probably need to tone it down. But thank you two for joining us. This has been a
Yes,
blast.
thank you.
To learn
Oh, we had fun. It was great meeting you guys.
Thanks for having us. This was fun. We really enjoyed talking to you guys. You're awesome.
Absolutely. We hope to see a J&M Explorations film at some point.
Yeah, you can count on it. You will at some point.
All right.
I'm with that. Yeah, and everybody, you can search you guys up on YouTube, right? J&M Explorations.
Yes, we are on all of the platforms.
Yep.
Pretty much, except for what is this one? X. We don't really
Whatever.
down with that. Twitter, X, whatever.
We don't really do Twitter much.
We're on TikTok. We do some like shorter stuff on TikTok. We're on Facebook. Come hang out with us, and of course our YouTube channel.
We're all J&M Explorations.
Yes,
right?
or you can find us on Facebook. We're also the two Jennifer Marcel.
Right.
But you can search us through J&M Explorations. So.
We're awesome.
Come hang out with us.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys again. And I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Have a good night. And we'll see everybody next week with, I believe Stephen Taylor is joining us.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Awesome. Smooches
cool.
and dudes.
Thanks for having us.